What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How's it going? Getting started here. Let's do it. All right. So, we're here. It's a lovely Wednesday.
Do it.
Glenn, hopping in already. What's up, dude? How's it going? We got a new daily question. We're talking movies, and then we'll get into some Stardew Valley today. It'll be our game of the day. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up a list as well, just so we have movies fresh on hand. Very good. Yeah, okay. All genres. I wish that this list was vertical. Is that too much to ask for? Not really. No, not really. Okay. Well, that works. We'll work with it. We'll scroll through it. It's good work. But how's everybody doing today? Afternoon for me. I was trying to get a little bit of this stream stuff taken care of early so we could maybe start early. But you know, the way things work out, it's always like, oh man, it's 30 minutes until start time anyway. I guess I won't start early. So this is where we are. Alright, so movies 2019, and we could probably, things are too crazy, we could isolate by genre. But I guess we're looking for, like, what were some good movies? What were some of the best movies you saw or didn't see but maybe want to see at some point from 2019? And then we'll kind of see where things look in 2020. You know, what are we looking forward to? I feel like most of the movies I'm psyched about are still, you know, 3-4 years away, 2 years away, or next year, unannounced, you know, and stuff like that. You know, just stuff we know is coming, but, you know, just won't give us a firm date yet. Alright, so let's take a look here. Killer drum beat. It's a little too much. Alright, so let's see. First one that pops up from 2019 would be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I dug that one. That's a new Quentin Tarantino film. It's Leo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt. And Brad Pitt actually won the Best Supporting Actor, I think it was, for that film. So that one was really cool. Of course, The Irishman is pretty big. That's on Netflix, right? Martin Scorsese. And Joe Pesci. Robert De Niro. All the guys. Miss, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We're talking movies. What are some of the best movies that you saw in 2019? So far, we... Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Thought that was pretty cool. Irishman, pretty lengthy, but pretty good too. Let's see. Avengers Endgame, to totally switch gears. Avengers Endgame came out in 2019 as well. I saw that. Enjoyed that. Joker and Parasite. Okay, so I'm seeing Parasite. Let me pull that up. Because I don't know if I'm familiar with this one. Let me get the synopsis. Hey, Izzy, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Hello. Let's see. Okay. Greed and class discrimination threaten the newly formed symbiotic relationship between the wealthy Park family and the destitute Kim clan. Okay. Drama mystery. Nominated for Best Picture. Okay, that one slipped under my radar. Okay. I'll put it on I'll bookmark it. Yeah, it's Korean. Okay. Well, that's probably how it slipped through. Man, it is showing here locally though. There's just not very many show times for it. Okay. What else we got? Yeah, Joker. Joker was really good, especially as far as comic book movies go. I can't even remember. Okay, well, don't worry, because we're going through the list, right? We got Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite, The Irishman, Little Women. Who was in Little Women? That's a romance film, but I can't remember. It was directed by Greta Gerwig. Oh, come on. Somebody, why can't they just put the cast? I'm not even interested anymore. It's taking me too long to find it. Emma Watson. Okay. I don't know any of the marches, but there's a lot of marches. Oh, no. Wait. I was looking at their names in the... Never mind. Oh, Bob Odenkirk. Nice. Okay. Meryl Streep. Right on. Okay. Yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That one was killer, and Brad Pitt got the best supporting actor for that. That's pretty neat. All right. Avengers Endgame. Knives Out. So I heard this was really good. And quite the ensemble cast. Let's see if we can pull this up. This is by Rian Johnson, director Rian Johnson. We got Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, Anna de Armas. I'm not familiar with her. Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Shannon, Don Johnson, Toni Collette, Christopher Plummer, Catherine Langford. Yeah, just felt like dozens of really good actors. The only movie I can think of is Pet Sematary. Yeah, didn't they do a Pet Sematary remake this year? Or in 2019, I mean, sorry. Still trying to... We're still getting over... Yeah, so that was... Wait, it's a... Okay, it's showing the TV show in the past. Okay. I don't know what that is. Pet Sematary. Yeah, here we are. Okay, so there was one in 2019. John Lithgow was in it? What? Okay, I don't recognize anyone else that's in the movie, but I bet that's interesting. Pet Sematary is a classic. She was in the new Blade Runner. Okay. Well, I probably recognize her when I see her. I'm just kind of scrolling down IMDb here. Marriage Story, that's on Netflix. Scarlett Johansson and Adam Driver. I haven't tuned in on that one yet, but I've heard good things. You got Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, right? Came out around the end of the year, right? I really liked it, and it's supposed to, wrap up like what, 40 years of Star Wars, like just wrap up the entire Star Wars Skywalker saga, and then, we're all confused about where do we go from here? What is the future of Star Wars? But I dug that, J.J. Abrams. Okay. This one, I think it just came out at the tail end of 2019. Uncut Gems. That's with Adam Sandler, and I guess he's a jeweler. And I guess he gets in a lot of trouble or something. But I think Adam Sandler is probably up for some nominations or something for that one, because everybody's ranting and raving about it, which is unusual. Usually Adam Sandler doesn't get any acclaim, whether his movies are good or not, or funny or not. This is difficult. 1917. This one I have not seen, but I'm willing to bet it's really good. That's Sam Mendes, who's very well known for having directed several Bond films. So to see him doing a war movie, I know he did Skyfall. I'm trying to think if he directed any of the other Bond films, like some of the recent ones. Might be wrong. Maybe Skyfall is all. No, he did Spectre as well, I think. I know he directed Road to Perdition with Tom Hanks. That's really good. Which one was really good? I missed that. I don't know. Raging Girl, welcome to the stream. We're talking movies. We're talking, best of 2019. I'm just trying to name stuff right now, just to like spark ideas. But Rise of Skywalker was really good. Avengers Endgame was really cool. Knives Out seems like it was really cool. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I really enjoyed. Okay, so I didn't see Toy Story 4 yet, because like I'm not ready to just be in full emotional turmoil and tears. You gotta be in that mindset where you're just like, oh, I'm ready for my childhood dreams to just die. Because like even Toy Story 3, like the ending was rough. Like I was a mess. Ad Astra, I haven't seen that, but that is a science fiction film with Brad Pitt. That looked interesting as well. Maybe I should be taking notes. Maybe I should be making a list of movies I didn't see in 2019 that we need to work on here as well. Maybe we'll multitask a little bit, kind of like we did yesterday. Oh my gosh, movies. All right, and we're keeping it 2019, folks. So if you gotta do a Google search, Toy Story gives me nightmares. You won't catch me watching the fourth one. No, I can't blame you on that. That makes sense. Living toys. So yeah, I've been meaning to catch some of these. Okay, so Knives Out is one. I know Parasite was one that's mentioned. I should see. So I'll do that. I don't know why I didn't just order. Or no, 1917 won't be out for a little bit. But yeah, Toy Story 4. I did want to see. Okay, so here's another one. We opted as a family on Thanksgiving. We opted to go see Joker, rated R. Very adult, very not a family movie, instead of going to see A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, which is the Mr. Rogers film, which yeah, you can imagine what the difference was. Okay, I don't have time to write these titles that are super long. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I never saw Moana, but I love the song How Far I'll Go. I haven't seen Moana either. I'm a little behind on my... Look, I need to watch... Look, I still haven't seen Frozen, alright? I'm still getting massacred for not keeping up with that movie. Alright, it's not because I don't want to see it. It's just like... When does a 30-year-old man have a chance to go see... A single 30-year-old man have a chance to go see a movie about a bunch of girls singing about snowflakes and all right, it's not gonna look good in the theater, all right? It's not gonna look good when I'm picking up a copy at Walmart or whatever, all right? Just gotta get it delivered to my house in an unlabeled box. That's how you gotta get Frozen. Okay, so yeah, Joker was really cool. All Disney movies? Oh man. Do not like. Okay. What about... Oh, this one. I know this one's good. Ford v Ferrari. Ford versus Ferrari. I think that had Matt Damon, Christian Bale, and like a whole bunch of other people that were like... Look, if I see a Christian Bale movie drop anywhere, I'll go see it. I don't care what it is. Because he might be one of the greatest actors of our time. And I think he's super underrated. Like, just because he did Batman, like, everybody just kind of writes him off as just that. They're like, alright, he was great in that, but like, do I really want to see him in anything else? Like, but he he's super method actor, and it's a bit much sometimes, but oh, Cat. Okay, so Cats technically came out. Did anybody see Cats 2019? The movie was supposed to get an update because they forgot to Photoshop people's hands out of the CG. They had like human hands sticking out of their green screen suits or whatever. Frozen 2 did come out last year. Oh man. Okay, I haven't seen the Lion King remake. I need to see that. Because I saw Aladdin, which was Aladdin. I don't think Aladdin was 2019. Maybe it was. I'm always getting to see films late that I don't really understand. I have a hard time figuring out when they came out because I'm like the last one to see it. Okay, so Captain Marvel also. I thought Captain Marvel was cool. I enjoyed that film. I still haven't seen Spider-Man Far From Home, but everybody says good things about that one as well. Jumanji: The Next Level. Heard good things about that. Terminator: Dark Fate. That brought back the Sarah Connor actress. I did not see that either. John Wick 3. Which I have that. I just haven't gotten around to it. Because with that one I kind of wanted to watch the first two again and then watch 3. Oh, we got the Zombieland 2. See, I missed a lot. But this is not a good topic, right? This is not a good topic. Because I haven't seen... Oh, Dr. Sleep! Based on the Stephen King sequel to The Shining. Jack Nicholson. Shining. That's a solid one. We might need to go through and look at horror films. Horror. Not horror films. Horror. Alright? I always say it just right so we don't get it confused. And then I always bring up horrors anyway. So that's where we happen to be. Some people misunderstand me. Horror. Horror film. Horrors. Horrors. Maybe I'm the only one that struggles with this. Maybe no one relates. My dinner consists of garlic bread and beans. Dude, that's a solid dinner. I'll take it. Garlic bread is so good. Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. Aren't those pretty old though? That's not really 2019. But solid films. I haven't seen Finding Dory. And Up. Oh, I've heard Up is like just like a complete just like destroy you kind of movie. Like get ready to cry. Oh, that's right. So you're right. It Chapter 2 actually came out this year or 2019. Sorry. Keep saying this year. It Chapter 2. It is kind of a gross... Yeah, it's kind of a gross combo, but I mean... But yeah, like, depending on the beans. That could work. Midway. I didn't see that either. Which was another war film about Battle of Midway. You see about horror films. Child's Play? The doll? About the doll, Chucky? Ugh. Okay, Brightburn was actually a 2019 horror film that I wanted to see. It was kind of like a dark Superman almost, but like really horrific. Us, the follow-up, or not the follow-up. Okay, not a sequel, but a follow-up for director Jordan Peele. You know, since he did Get Out. Okay. Okay, I guess Grudge didn't come out until 2020, so that doesn't really count. But the Grudge remake is, I guess it's out? Did it already come out? I don't know. Okay. I mean, what were some of the best things we saw? We've gotten some good feedback of some movies that we've seen in 2019. Films. Baked beans like a can of Heinz. Okay, I got you. Gotcha. Ooh, we could filter American films. Oh, so Aladdin, okay, I was right. Aladdin was 2019. And, like, I love Aladdin. Wasn't that great. That's just my opinion. Like, I mean, it just feels too green screened, right? Like, all the action scenes were, like, super fake. Like, no real stunts. And it's like, it's not like the movie's full of a lot of stunts. And a lot of the original relied on a lot of animation, a lot of popping in and out to deal with the Robin Williams style of humor. You know, he appeared over here, he appeared over there, and every time he's like in different costumes and doing different accents and stuff. It's a lot to handle, and live action just almost doesn't handle that caliber that animation is just so good for. That, you know, it's just, they tried to bring it into reality and it just didn't feel right. And so I'm a little scared to see Lion King, but it seems like more people responded positively to Lion King from what I'm getting. Yeah. Huh. Hobbs and Shaw, which is the Fast and Furious spinoff, that was this year as well, 2019. Hobbs and Shaw, which was The Rock and Jason Statham. Captain Marvel. Yeah, I really liked that. I thought that was a cool. Detective Pikachu? Really? That was this year. Was it? Wow. Okay. I actually did not see that yet, but I really want to. Just for fun. I know a lot of people were like, "This ain't good." But I was like, dude, it's Pokemon. Like, you're not gonna tell me not to go see a film that has Pokemon in it, right? Joker. We already talked about that. Events, that doesn't really. Let me see. Yeah, so Brad Pitt got Best Supporting Actor for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Laura Dern got Best Supporting Actress in Marriage Story. Joaquin Phoenix won Best Actor for Joker. Sam Mendes, 1917, won Best Director. Okay. 1917 won Best Film Drama. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood won Best Musical or Comedy. Which is a weird... Because... I don't know, it's weird that musical and comedy gets looped together when they... I don't know. What else? Tarantino wins Best Screenplay, Adapted, and Original. Parasite, like we said, won Best Foreign Language film. Huh. It's quite a lot of stuff there. Okay, now it's getting off topic on that list. Okay. Yeah, so Frozen 2. I wonder what the dates were when they decided these numbers. Because they said they're showing that, like, Disney alone, I think I saw an article earlier that said Disney alone made like over $7 billion in 2019. Which, like, Avengers Endgame was nearly $3 billion. Lion King, if we're rounding up, is nearly $2 billion. Frozen is $1 billion or so. Captain Marvel and Toy Story 4, that's another $2 billion from those. Billion each. Aladdin's $1 billion. Like, Star Wars, that's $1 billion. Like, that's where we are. We are going to stream some Stardew Valley today. We're gonna get back on the farm. So yeah, we'll probably wrap up our discussion here in a moment. So any last submissions for good movies or whatever? I was gonna lump in TV shows, but I think we better keep it at movies, because if we get into TV, it gets complicated. That's a whole other day topic, you know. But yeah, as far as 2019, that's something. That's a lot of money there. I don't know. This is just what Wikipedia is showing. So I don't know if this how it's been updated or where the numbers are from, because I feel like they have Star Wars as like 9th on the list. I'm not sure it's that low on as far as like the worldwide gross being that low. It seems like it would be up near the top. I feel like most movies, shows I watch are from the early 2000s. I mean, there's probably still a lot of really good shows from then. But yeah, I think highlights, I gotta say Joker was really good. Rise of Skywalker was really good. Captain Marvel was cool. I still gotta see Spider-Man, Toy Story, and Lion King. Aladdin was just okay. Like I didn't love it, but I didn't like hate it either, because like everybody hated Aladdin. I was like, you know what, it's all right. It's just a different interpretation, you know. Like it just wasn't. There's no way it could top the original, which is just. It's unreasonable to go into the theater expecting that. You know, you should just expect a new and different experience. And if it happens to be better, sure, okay. You know, it's all opinion, right? Avengers Endgame was pretty cool too. I think there's a lot to say about that. Being that Skywalker, Rise of Skywalker, basically wrapped up like decades worth of Star Wars and did pretty well. That's just my opinion. You know, I just happen to enjoy the movie. I have thoughts. I have thoughts on that one. We could really just talk about Star Wars a lot. But Avengers kind of did the same thing. Like it took like 10 years of just Marvel stuff and just wrapped it up in a nice bow and said, you know, hey, you know, we've wrapped up these threads, these characters, whatever, and you know, here's room for the future as well, right? Okay, but I got nearly a full page here of just list of stuff. Yeah, I didn't get to Endgame until late last year. I felt like I was the last person to watch it. Like that's how rough that was. All right. So, I think that was cool. Just making sure we're not missing anything. Joker became the highest grossing R-rated film of all time and the first R-rated film to pass the $1 billion mark at the worldwide box office. That's insane. That is insane. Okay, and apparently Detective Pikachu made 58 million debut. So that was the best North American opening for a film based on a video game, which just surpassed Lara Croft's Tomb Raider in 2001. So not even the recent Tomb Raider, the reboot. Oh man. Or even like Assassin's Creed had a movie several years ago. So a lot of films. It's a lot of stuff. A lot to unpack. Oh boy. We got hot takes coming in. We got hot takes for the James Bond franchise. Ooh. I'm excited for No Time to Die. Oh man. But Barbara Broccoli, the longtime producer of the Bond films, said he can be a man of any color, but he is male. I believe we should be creating new characters for women, strong female characters. I'm not particularly interested in taking a male character and having a woman play it. I think women are far more interesting than that. I feel like, I know it's a hot take. That's like the hottest take out there as far as James Bond goes, but like I kind of feel that that's like Idris Elba would have been a killer Bond. And if they still do it in the future, I still think it'd be killer. If he ever gets the role, I'm here for it. I'm almost more excited for him than like anyone else that people have mentioned that could be Bond next. But yes, like if they did a female Bond, it's like that's what they would call it. It would just be called female Bond. It wouldn't be Bond, you know. It just feels weird. And then how would the character work? She would have to go around. You'd have to go around like womanizing men, womanizing men. I mean, that's basically what he is. He's a womanizer, right? Like he sleeps with women to get information as a spy, and it's like alluring and attractive and stuff or whatever. So like, how does that work when you just swap it? Like, yeah. So I kind of agree. I'm like, they could just make like a really good movie about a female spy. It doesn't have to be, you know, it could be in the Bond world if they feel like they have to do that. But I feel like they could just go way more, just make something way cooler, right? Almost. And just adapt it for a good female character, right? Where it's like she doesn't have to be a womanizer, a menizer, whatever. I don't know what it would be called. Like goes around deceiving men. I don't know. to get information. See, then it would just like, I don't know, that's such a hot take. I wonder how well that's being taken. I want like obviously this article probably just came out, but they wanted a more realistic Bond post 9/11. He brought flesh and blood to the character. Okay. Give him some depth and inner life, something contemporary. Right. No Time to Die is the last film for Daniel Craig. Allegedly. Elba said he is not interested in playing Bond anyway. Well, I mean, Elba is kind of... Idris Elba is... He's really good as Luther. Like, that's a good... Damn good show. Damn good. Tom Hardy. Okay, these are some prospects. Tom Hiddleston, Loki, you know. Henry Cavill, a.k.a. Superman, a.k.a. The Witcher. I feel like he's got a lot on his plate, but he could probably do Bond. Clive Owen. How old is Clive Owen now, though? Christian Bale. That would be weird. Oh, could you imagine Christian Bale, like, not masking his British accent? Being British? I know they were considering him after Pierce Brosnan. You haven't seen Luther? Oh, you gotta see Luther. Like, you gotta see Luther. If you like mysteries, like, you know, sort of police drama type stuff, it's a BBC, you know, British broadcasting show. Really good. Michael Fassbender? He's been villain typecast, you know, but, like, maybe he could do an interesting one. Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman? Hugh Jackman. Damian Lewis, I'm not super familiar. Gerard Butler, he's already... Doug Ray Scott, yeah, he's cool. Mission Impossible 2. Okay. His approach for the role back when Brosnan. Dan Stevens, not super familiar with him. Luke Evans, super familiar with him either. Okay. Yeah, it's starting to get... Eric Bana, what? I mean... Maybe. Ewan McGregor? I mean, that would be... Nah, just let him be Obi-Wan. Don't get him being too many things. Jude Law. What? I mean, he probably could. Alex O'Loughlin. But he's Hawaii Five-0. I don't know. Okay. Those are some interesting. Gotta say, Idris Elba seems like even though I love Christian Bale and Henry Cavill as actors, dang, Idris Elba would be like a one. I feel like he would have a unique take on the character as well. But I guess when you sign up, it's like you don't really... I don't know if they sign them up to multi-movie deals or they're like stuck on a leash for a long time, or if it's movie by movie. That way they have the option to recast. I don't know. I've never known how they've approached that. But anyway, let's wrap up our movie discussion on that. We just did about 40 minutes or so on that. I used to watch Orphan Black on BBC. Huh. I haven't seen that one, but I know I've heard about it. Another show I like on there is Sherlock. But it's been a while since we've had episodes. They do like 3 in a series, but like each episode's like a 3-hour movie essentially. So it's that's a lot. All right, but let's get prepped. We'll do some Stardew Valley. Oh, IGN is pooping on Dr. Dolittle. Of course they're gonna. I'm interested in that movie, and of course they're gonna poo all over it. Typical IGN. All right, we'll be right back. Just give it a moment here. Gonna reset our titles and stuff. We'll be right back in one moment.